What is the one singular thing that truly lights up your dog's world? Spoiler alert! These are not treats, long walks, or even anything that you have to do. Stick around as we cover this and 15 more science-backed ways to unlock pure doggy bliss. But first, be sure to subscribe to our channel and join our doggy-loving community. The meaning of closeness in dog world. Researchers from Emory University meticulously train dogs to lie still in an fMRI scanner, which is not an easy fit in itself, to observe their brain activity. They then exposed the dogs to various scents, using fMRI scans to track down which of them lit up the dog's brains with joy. And if you're thinking it's yummies or squirrels, you're up for a heartwarming disillusion. Turns out the ultimate thing dogs pine for is the scent of their human. Amidst our busy schedules, it's easy to overlook the simple joys that mean the world to our dogs. Sitting quietly beside them for about 30 minutes, letting them soak in our scent, can be a daily highlight for them. Another standout study, from the University of Portsmouth, in case you're wondering, explores what hides behind the dog's facial expressions. Do they simply reflect what your doggo feels? Or is your pal consciously trying to tell you something? Well, the answer lies in this fact. Dogs are more expressive when they have our attention. Try this. During these interactions, consciously show a range of emotions and watch how your dog responds. Speaking of communication, researchers at the University of York embarked on a curious mission to discover how dogs react to the way we talk to them. The aim? To see which style grabs our canine companions' ears and hearts more effectively. The results were clear. When the high-pitched, enthusiastic tones of dog-directed speech filled the room, the dog's ears perked up, their tails wagged more, and their attention was locked in. So, here's a tip straight from the experts' findings. Next time you're hanging out with your dog or trying to teach them something new, throw in your best doggy voice and watch as their engagement skyrockets. Why some playtime ideas won't work. Given how much dogs are attuned to sounds, is it really surprising that dogs go head over heels for squeaky toys? They usually strike a chord with breeds like Dachshunds and Jack Russell Terriers, because that high-pitched squeak sounds a lot like the distress calls of small mammals they used to hunt back in the day. Actually, when you think about it, a lot of what dogs find fun goes back to their old jobs. Those instincts they've carried through generations still shape how they play today, even if they're just lounging around the house. Take herding dogs, for instance, border collies and Australian shepherds. They might also show a keen interest in squeaky toys, but for slightly different reasons. Give them one that darts around unpredictably, and they're all in. It's like they're herding, but with a toy, tapping into that same chase and corral drive. And if squeaky toys don't do the trick for your furry friend, how about a game of tug-of-war? According to the folks at the University of Lincoln, it can actually make your dog happier, boosting their dopamine levels. Terriers, with their bold and gritty nature from days spent hunting and controlling vermin, really get into the tug-of-war vibe. But then, there are the dogs that live for the fetch. Retrievers, pointers, setters, you name it. Chasing and bringing back that ball hits the spot for them, lighting up the chase and retrieve circuits in their brains. Sure, they might enjoy a tug-of-war session too, but there's something about the triumph of the fetch that's just hardwired into them. But it's not all about the heart. The brain needs its daily dose of joy too. There are toys out there that reward your dog's Sherlock Holmes moments with treats, thanks to some clever engineering documented in the Journal of Applied Animal Welfare Science. And for the chewers, those rubber toys aren't just for fun. They're a dental appointment in disguise, keeping gums healthy and plaque at bay. And ever heard of a toy that you can't actually hear? Dogs can, thanks to toys that emit ultrasonic frequencies. It's like a secret dog party we're not invited to, all thanks to research into what makes those ears perk up. Use these tips to choose a new favorite toy for your pal. If you already have plenty though, because, well, your doggo loses interest in them the very next day, here's a pro tip. Rotate those toys out. Keep them hidden for a while, and then voila, as good as new. Who doesn't love a good surprise? Gifts as rewards. but much more. While toys and puzzles may be breed-specific, here's what holds a universal appeal to all pooches: tasty yummies. Turns out that dogs, like us, have a sweet tooth, so don't be surprised they stick to you when you're dicing sweet potatoes or apples. This tidbit comes from researchers at the Cornell University, suggesting that blueberries and carrots aren't just for us humans. Dogs love them too, and they pack a vitamin punch. If you're willing to splurge a bit, consider freeze-dried liver treats. Yes, they might pinch the pocket, but the Journal of Animal Science tells us they're like doggy catnip, minus any artificial nasties. Introduce these high-value treats for learning new, challenging tricks or as a special reward, making each accomplishment feel like a major victory for your dog. Making the most of a walk. And what makes a walk truly satisfying, beyond just stretching those 4 legs? Turns out your doggo goes out on more than one mission when they circle around on the grass. This nose work that they like so much is not just about them finding a perfect spot. They are seriously set on exploring every scent that the world, or at least your neighborhood park, has to offer. It's a whole activity that's been proven to sharpen their focus, boost their confidence, and even smooth out some of those rough behavioral edges. So how to make the sniff walk perfect for your doggo? Allowing them plenty of time to engage with smelly news is a nice change of pace from the usual hurry up and do your business routine. But the secret is also in the gear. The University of Edinburgh took a dive into dog collars and found something pretty interesting. Front clip harnesses? They're like a magic wand for reducing pulling, and they do it without putting any strain on your dog's neck. And while retractable leashes might seem like a good idea, they come with a bit of a caution label, linked to more trips to the ER than we'd like. But walking isn't just about, well, walking. If your furry friend is a bundle of energy, agility training could be your golden ticket. And for a slice of tranquility, have you ever considered doga? Yep, yoga for you and your dog. It's not only real, it's the serene bonding experience you never knew you needed. Besides, all this activity seriously affects your dog's nighttime routine. A study equipped dogs with activity monitors to track their sleep after evening exercise. The findings? Dogs who had moderate to vigorous exercise in the evening had longer, more consistent sleep patterns. Is relaxation more important than activity? Dogs, much like us, go through different sleep stages, including that dream-filled REM sleep. Ever noticed your dog twitching or making sounds while snoozing? That's them dreaming, possibly about their day's adventures. Their sleep quality deeply hinges on their daily routine, emotions, and where they bunk down for the night. Creating a cozy sleep nook can make all the difference. Think of a den-like spot, maybe a covered crate decked out with blankets that smell just like you. It's literally a security blanket for your pup, ensuring they get the Z's they need and wake up happier. And if your pup so happens to curl up next to you, why not give them a simple bit of extra joy? The Science Journal study reveals that a simple act of stroking and massaging your dog doesn't just feel good, it releases oxytocin. Yep, that's the love hormone, folks. And the base of a dog's ears? It's a hot spot for nerves. Give them a gentle rub and you're basically hitting the relaxation button. In fact, there's a science-based technique, Tellington T-Touch. That's all about circles and touches on your dog's body. This technique is about ditching random petting for a deliberate and mindful practice, where each touch is aimed at activating your doggo's body cells. Amazing, right? You might just unlock a secret sign of trust in the doggy world. Belly rubs, which is like them saying, I trust you with my life, and what more happiness in the world can there be for you both? Turns out, some common human foods are extremely toxic for dogs. Check out this video to find out what they are, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and join our doggy-loving community.